Hey folks, welcome back. So if you clicked on this video, chances are you've already heard of the Mandela Effect. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but if you really want to know, pause the video, Google the Mandela Effect, and prepare for the world's deepest rabbit hole. And you're either going to love me or hate me for suggesting that. Now that it's 2 days later and you finally start researching Mandela effects, let's talk about the alleged Sinbad genie movie, Shazam. First, let's talk about the actor Sinbad. Who was he? He became very famous in the late 80s and early 90s as a stand-up comedian with his comedy specials, a television actor, and numerous movie roles. But I'm here to tell you right now, Sinbad never played a genie in a movie. However, thousands, possibly millions of people out there claim this movie exists, including my own daughter. And whenever I say, sorry, that movie ain't real, this is usually her response.
I synced it.
But I'm not here to argue. I would just like for someone, anyone, to give me some kind of plot synopsis for this so-called movie. I mean, Sinbad himself says he has no recollection of this movie. He never made it. I mean, unless an alternate reality version of Sinbad shows up, eating a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A spelled like this, while wearing Fruit of the Loom drawers with this logo, while also carrying a Monopoly board with this guy on it, then yeah, maybe I'll believe it. I personally think most people get this movie mixed up with the actual genie movie with Shaquille O'Neal called Shazam. I mean, it came out in the mid-90s, Shaq was big at the time, so was Sinbad. I really don't know how you get the two confused, but that's my opinion. However, I do have to mention that there was a 1994 episode of All That where Sinbad played a character that kind of resembled a genie, and 1994 was the same year that the Shaquille O'Neal genie movie Shazam came out. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely believe that some of these Mandela effects are totally real. I mean, the Berenstain Bears one, yeah, I really remember it being Berenstain Bears. Curious George had a tail, Stouffer's made stovetop stuffing, and Fruit of the Looms absolutely had a cornucopia on the logo. But the difference with those examples and the Sinbad genie movie is that people can give you actual details, actual examples. No one can give you a plot synopsis or what actually happened in this so-called movie. This is why I don't really think this one actually exists. I mean, the Star Wars example might be the most famous. I personally remember Luke, I am your father, when apparently it was,
No, I am your father. That's impossible!
But at least this collective false memory gives us something to go on. I want somebody to tell me a line from the Sinbad movie, please. And typically with these Mandela effects, the entities involved don't lean into it. They usually just put out a statement that says, nope, this is our logo, this is what we've always said, this is what we've always made, we don't know what you're talking about. Sinbad, on the other hand, leaned into it and actually was part of an April Fool's video, which is most of the footage you've been watching in this video. This came out in 2017 as a joke. I mean, if you look, it's obviously not the 90s version of Sinbad, but this still fooled a lot of people. So I've said all that to say this. Can somebody please tell me something about this movie? If so many people believe it's real, someone please tell me the plot synopsis and prove it. I don't want to see some Photoshop VHS cover, a label you printed yourself. No, I want to know actual plot details. I want to see actual scenes from this movie. Meanwhile, I'll enjoy having these little conversations with my daughter every couple years or so whenever this subject pops up for some reason. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment if you know anything about this movie.
I am Shazam! I'm the genie of the lamp.